Who sent you? Who sent you to come and buy this person? Don't you know that this man came from a family? Is it because the person married you? The person should buy because they married you. Hello, my lovely people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jane. If this is the first time that you are seeing me this afternoon, thank you so much for stopping by. My return subscribers, you guys rock. Mwah, from me to you. I love you. I saw this woman on Facebook and she is saying, somebody, as a matter of fact, sent it to me, a friend of mine. He said, if your husband is doing these three things, you should be singing to them. Odogwu kariro, Odogwu. Odogwu kariro, Odogwu. Odogwu kariro, Odogwu. That's what you should be singing to them. So there's nobody like you. You know, Odogwu you be. See how they are using the Odogwu, to make you buy yourself early. So let me tell you now, after I listened to the three things, because I was anxious to see the three things that she was going to tell us, that if our husbands are doing that, we should give them kudos and sing Odogwu kariro Odogwu for them. So one of the things that she said, I wrote it down. One of the things, the number one thing that she said was, if your husband is paying rent, like I'm inside here, my husband is paying rent. He said, whether you live in abroad or you live at home, it depends. But when that time comes, or before the time for the rent, your husband has paid the rent, the sun is not touching you, the rain is not touching you, you're just inside the relaxing with your light if you live in abroad, with darkness if you live at home. She said, if that man is paying rent, you should worship that man. I'm going to give you guys all this, then I can say my own. Then she said, number two things that if your husband is doing, that you must Odogwu him. If nobody has called him Odogwu, you must call him Odogwu. Say number two is, your husband is buying food in the house. Your husband is, when the rice finishes, he will buy rice. When the beans, he will bring beans. He will, whatever it is that is needed in the house, the the man is bringing it without any problem. He said, Madam, if I hear Pekin complain from you, you are looking for trouble. Hey, God. Number three, now this woman, they talk. I haven't started saying my own yet because you know my own is coming. The number three thing that she said was, if your husband is is paying for school fees. He's paying for school fees for the children. He said, if the husband is rent, he pay, food, he gets, school fee. He said, this person, you must respect this person. You must do all manner of things to make sure that this person is alive to continue to be a slave in his own house. So I want to comment section to see how people are taking this video that she did. I didn't do it. This is the woman that did it. This is the woman that did this video. I did not, her name, she said her name is Asa Odogwu. Asa Odogwu. So after she made this video, I went to comment section to see how my fellow ladies are thinking. See what is going on. This one said, I grew up seeing my father doing all these things you mentioned, and even more for the family. Now I am a father and I am doing same and even more for my family. I pray that my sons will by the grace of God do the same or even more for their family. This is the opinion. So this person is a man. See, look at the one that touched my heart. It's true that after this one, I read one more time, you figure it out. This one said, Amaka Aranwa said, My husband was doing all and even more unto his sudden death. My husband was doing more than this woman said that your husband should be doing, like parents, like food and school fees. He said, my husband was doing more until the man passed away. I said, let me scroll some more. And they read though. This one said, this story is for people that is in Nigeria, not in abroad. Things are sharing 50-50 in everything. Even your husband will want to collect the one you have. You hardly see a woman stay abroad. Her husband gives money to make their hair. This one is true. You don't see women in abroad, except this woman. She says she's in abroad. You don't see women in abroad coming out to say, give me pocket money, give me bra money, give me this, pay this and pay that. We don't leave everything. They say it's 50-50. Wife, let me not go to where wife will go until I finish reading. But there's a video, one that, this is the one. It said, my dear sister, what of some of the men that doesn't want their wives to work? Okay, listen to that one. That doesn't want to work and assist in the family. And again, a man can provide for the family, but he still need to assist his wife in the house chores. So don't make it look like some women are bad to their husbands. As a man, before getting married, he should understand that he needs to work hard. That he needs to work hard, make money to pay his bills, pay children fees, because bringing kids to this world needs lots of sacrifice. My dear sister, sometimes your advice are good and sometimes you are biased. This is, what is the name of this person? This person name is Rosemary Obi. Okay, let's go. There's one that I say. This one said, my husband is really Odogwu. He is doing all this and even more. My dear, I really thank God for the kind of husband he gave me. I pray that God will continue to keep, guide, protect my husband, and most importantly, please God, give him long life and sound health for me. In my next life, he will still be my husband. I love my husband. Let's see. I love my husband and will continue to love him till the end of my life. My husband is really Odogwu plus. So they have added plus to the Odogwu. Men, are they in trouble? And this one agreed. This one say, Madam, God will bless you for this work, but your gender no still they respect me. That means he is doing all this, but your gender, that means the women, I do all these things, but the women, they still don't respect me. She know they even greet me when she wakes up in the morning. He said even the wife don't say good morning to him in the morning. Even though he's doing all this, that's one that caught my eyes that I really got it. Hey God, this her name is Felicia, and I'm glad it's a woman that is saying this. Her name is Felicia Tabansi. I said, what are the works? What are the work of a wife if women leave everything for their men? That woman is wishing her husband premature death. The woman must have something doing to help the man in the family. Hell, after this one, I said this Felicia, I need to highlight her story. This particular Felicia is a really somebody that have sense. And this one that called Amaka said, my husband was doing even more. My husband was doing even more until his sudden buying. Okay, so that's how I come in. So this video now, this woman has just come out. You see, why I'm saying it, it's not everything that comes out of people's mouth that we should, because a lot of people now, we take this woman because she has a big channel, or she can say something about 10,000, 20,000 can come and watch it. And she will tell women, if your husband is doing this and that, but she did not address it in a way that it's supposed to be. Marriage is a place where you guys work together. You cannot, never, you cannot leave all this. Now the man go parent. Now the man go buy food, even food. So what is the work of a woman? If the man has to buy food in the house, parent, pay school fees, take care of everything in the house. So tell me the work of a woman. Is it just to have children? Or you just go to work and pocket it and don't want to? I know there are some men that don't want, I know a lot of them, that don't want their wives to go out and work. And then when they finally, the children grow up, they blame the woman and said that the woman don't want to work. She refuses to work. She's lazy. But they forgot that they're the one that made her. And the mumu woman agreed. They said, oh, I won't go to work. Since you want me to live in abroad and not go to work. And she would just sit down and say, oh, well, whatever you say, you say. And one day the man will get frustrated and start complaining. So this woman video, like one of them there said that he is biased. When a man is doing this rent, doing food, doing school fees, what is your work? What is your own contribution towards that? You saw one of the Amaka girls said, my husband was doing it even more until he's premature. Have you ever thought that it's because you left everything for him? That's why he's not here anymore for you. Maybe that one will teach you a lesson that when you get a husband that you love, you must help that husband. You cannot let your husband be doing everything. He will pay rent. He will pay school fees. He will take care of everything in the house. That's wrong. That is absolutely wrong. So the women that are teaching you guys all this, I think is the right thing to do. They are wrong and they are teaching you wrong and you should not follow them. You must be in a family and have something that you're doing for yourself. Maybe in those days, in my mother's time, they didn't work. Their husbands are the one doing everything. They didn't work. Yes, that was then, not now. Not in this generation or not in this America or Dubai or wherever all these Western countries that women will sit down and have their husband work, pay bills, pay rent, pay this, pay that. Why don't you guys say right here too that the man, after doing all these things, he will come home, he will clean, he will wash, he will do all manner of things? Why don't you say that? Any man that is, any woman that is allowing the husband to do all these things, the parent, and they have a lot of them. They have a lot of them that use the idea of how their father treated their mother at home, and they brought the thing right here. They brought it here. Their father used to beat their mother in those days, or in the time of darkness, which they are still in. So these women that are telling you all these things, they are lying to you. Life is not like that. That's why most women now, they are looking for a man that is already made. And the men now, they have become wiser. Men have become wiser to look for a woman that is doing something that can help. At least buy food in the house. At least take care of the house when that man is paying the big bills, like to pay rent. Rent is not the only thing that is paid in the house. So she didn't mention all of them until this Amaka came and said, my husband was doing more until the bill will buy the man. Because that's what buy the man. How can you say you love a man? How can you really love a man? And you sit down there and watch these people suffer. They are paying all the bills. And if you're not working, shame on you. And if you're working, you're not helping. Shame, bigger shame on you too. And there are some people too that work, some men that work, they don't do anything in the house. All they do is to pay that rent, to put rent, pay that rent for the family. They don't buy food. They don't even care where their children are going to school. They don't contribute in anything in the house, in food, in anything, once they pay that rent. By electricity, gas bill, utilities, all the utilities in the house, they don't give a damn about it because they have their cell phones in their hands that they pay monthly. They don't even care to pay for their wives. They have men like that. But this video is not for that, because those videos I will do separate. But this one is the one that's saying that a man should be the one to do everything. No. A man should not be. If a man has to do everything by himself, he doesn't need a wife. Because if he's a girlfriend, they can go out there and get their own girlfriends and do whatever it is, and continue to do whatever it is that they have to do by themselves. You get wives so that you can have companion, have help, because things are so hard. Is it like in Nigeria now, where things are so difficult, that you will leave it for a man to do everything? When you work, you collect and maybe send it to your own family, and you will not help that man. That means you don't want that man. Just like Amaka allowed the husband to buy, because she said, my husband was doing all this, paying rent and doing food and doing school fees, and even more, that prematurely the man buy. Is it what you want for your husband? If this is not what you want for your husband, you must help. And you don't listen to people like this that are telling you all these things, that all the work is supposed to be on the man. It's not supposed to be on the man. If a man has to do all this, they don't need wife. They have to be alone. When they need whatever, they get it outside, they come home and stay alone and know that they are alone. There's no way somebody will put me in the house. The person will be the one to pay for rent. The person will be the one to buy food. So why am I here? I'm here like boy. Because boy, all they do is just come in, clean the house, and make sure the house is clean, cook if they are allowed, one of those that are allowed to cook. That is all how you make the money. And then at the end of the month, you pay them. That's what you are here for. If the only thing good in your body that you have is your body to give to the man, you don't have anything. You are a rubbish person. If all you have is yourself. He said, there was a video I watched. I asked the man, said, so what are you bringing? He said, I'm bringing myself. Don't you look at me? Don't you see this? Don't you see this? Excuse me, this do not pay rent. This cannot pay your rent. And you are in your husband's house, and you said, I brought myself. You don't bring anything in the family. And men are now wise. When they're looking for wife, they're looking for wife that have something. Even if it's sewing clothes. A lot of people now are sewing clothes. They are sewing clothes that can blow your mind. So if you don't have anything that you're doing other than all you do is just stay in the house to clean, cook, and then harass that man. Because if that man come any day and tell you, I don't have it today, I don't have it today, maybe you will need money that you want to go and do your hair. They say they don't have, then it will be problem. You know why it will be because now only the man, they do everything in the house. And you still expect the man to give you money to go and do your hair, and buy your bra, and buy your pad, and put on cream, and buy this glasses, and buy earring. Hey, God will not forgive you guys for all of you that are using all these men and making them give up. Give up. If you love your man, I love my man. I'm telling you, I will prefer him to be here as long as God will give us life. I will help him. I have already promised that I will help him. And I am doing it. That I must help this guy. I cannot leave this guy and I claim that I love him. What kind of love is that? Who sent you? Who sent you to come and buy this person? Don't you know that this man came from a family? Is it because the person married you? The person should buy because they married you. But men are now being wise. They are not doing that anymore. They are looking for women that know, that have this. Because some women now, they think adding some nyash and adding breast is what is going to keep them in the marriage. It does not pay rent. All those things will not keep you in the marriage. Let me put you this video. You will see after I make this video, I will send you this one. This one really made me happy. So I thought I'd come and let you guys know. Stop listening to people like this, because they absolutely have nothing that they to offer. Or people who are telling you this, either they are doing the right thing by their husbands, and then they are giving you something else outside there to do rubbish things. Because if your husband has to be the one to pay for everything and take care of you and the children, you don't like that man. And for me, if you don't like that man should leave you, because you are not worth it. You are just a boy, and this is what you want. You want to be a boy in the house of a man. You don't want to be, even if your husband said, I have a friend that the husband didn't want her to go out and work. After the children, he gave all the excuse in the world. The children are small, which I agree. The children are small, but when they finally grew, he still don't want the girl to work. The girl finally said, I cannot. She went out there, find a job. And guess what? Since she got this job, instead of the marriage staying together, the marriage is separating. Because the husband, anyway, let me just not go there. So please, wives, help your help your husband if you love them. If you love them, don't leave them to do anything. And guess what? They are using Odogwu to deceive men. They call you Odogwu. They say you are Odogwu. Even now, they have added more to it. They say you are Odogwu plus. They use Odogwu plus to deceive you. And you said, yes, I am Odogwu. Now, then they buy you. And you should put a stop to it. Not be Odogwu. If somebody call you Odogwu, call them Odogwu too, because women can be Odogwu too. And I know a lot of Odogwu women that are doing amazing things. And useless women like this will not have anything to do with this woman. From me to you. Thank you so much for watching.